Hey guys, it's Devin from Books by the Dozen, and I'm here today to do a book review of Daria Anatomy of a Boyfriend. And Robin and I were sent this book as well as the sequel, Anatomy of a Single Girl, by the author for review, and so that is what I am doing. Yeah, so just a disclaimer, just because I was sent this book for review doesn't mean that that is going to sway my review anyway. These are all my honest opinions, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So Anatomy of a Boyfriend is a book that follows a high school senior named Dominique throughout her first romantic experience with a boy. This book has been compared to Judy Blume's Forever, and I have read Judy Blume's Forever. I only gave that book 2 out of 5 stars. I just felt like it was kind of a letdown. That book was written in the 70s, and that could have been why there was a little bit of a disconnect, even though the message in the book was very relevant to today. I think the way it went about it was kind of old-fashioned in a way. And so this book is kind of an answer to that. And I did give this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. And although I still had some of the same qualms with this book that I did have in Judy Blume's Forever, I definitely enjoyed this book better just because it is a more modern version of it. So yeah. So like I said, it follows 17-year-old Dominique through her first romantic experience with a boy, and she meets Wes, who is the boy, during a teacher-student football game at her best friend Amy's high school. Something that I liked about this book is that it wasn't really insta-love, which is what I found with Forever. It was kind of like they met and everything just clicked really fast and then they were together. This one actually took quite a while, and I really enjoyed that you kind of got to grow in the relationship with the characters. And the thing about this book is that it is very graphic about her sexual encounters with Wes. Everything that they're experiencing is brand new to them, and that is the only warning I have for you, is that it is very graphic in all of the details about their encounters. Now, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing at all, but I would watch out just for the age of the reader just because of that graphic detail. Now, that being said, I think if you're 14 or older, it shouldn't be a big deal. I know Astrid the Bookworm read this and she really enjoyed it, and I'm not sure if she's 14 still or if she's 15 yet. Either way, obviously she was mature enough to handle the nature of this book, and it is a book that you can read very, very fast. I read this in one day, in one sitting, and it was kind of a page turner just to see how it all turned out. And for me, this book was definitely character driven by Dominique. I think that the way that she reacts to a lot of situations is very real and something that a lot of people would be able to connect with. Although sometimes I think that she overreacted, and sometimes I found that she acted a lot younger than her actual age in the book, and that kind of drove me insane sometimes, which was one of the problems I had with Judy Blume's Forever, but this one was not nearly as bad as that. And I think sometimes that is a big issue with books like this, is where you don't really like the main character because they're so immature or they're so flighty or whatever, and that's not really the case with this. Although Dominique does have her moments, overall she's a very logical person, and I really enjoyed that. She actually wants to be a doctor when she grows up, and her favorite book is Grey's Anatomy, and so she is very versed on human anatomy and all of that because of what she wants to do. And that aspect actually added a lot of humor in the books for me, when the characters like exploring their body and things, and sometimes that would be a little bit awkward to read about, but the way that she connects it with human anatomy in such a logical way cracks me up every single time. So that's definitely a point that I really enjoyed in this book. And another comical aspect of this is her best friend Amy. And her best friend Amy is a girl who likes to hook up with a lot of different guys, not because she feels like she needs to or she's trying to fill a void. She just enjoys it, and it's really, really funny because she's so crude about it, and it's great. She probably was one of my favorite characters in this book. Amy was, as well as in the second book. So yeah, and I liked hers and Amy and Dominique's relationship because they don't have a whole lot in common, but they get along so well. Love interest in Forever that dude drove me insane. And the only reason why I am connecting the two books so much is because they are extremely similar in the way the authors go about explaining first love and losing your virginity and all those kind of things, they parallel a lot. And so that's why I'm comparing them so much. And if you're looking into it, I would definitely say read Judy Blume's Forever. But if for some reason you don't want to read it or you're not liking it, I would say pick this up instead, because it is a definite alternative to Forever, and you will probably be able to connect to it a little better because it is written more modern than Forever is. So I know that was kind of a rambling review, but overall, 3.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed the characters. I really enjoyed the storyline. It's a very, very fast read, and even though sometimes Dominique is a little bit sensitive and overreacts and acts a little bit immature, you can really get past it and enjoy this book. And I also think that it is a very important book for teenagers to read, because not every teenager can talk about these things with parents or friends, and it's something that you might be able to connect with, and it's something that needs to be talked about but sometimes isn't. So yeah, that is my review for Anatomy of a Boyfriend by Daria Snodowski. And I also reviewed her sequel, Anatomy of a Single Girl, on our book blog, Books by the Dozen 12 at wordpress.com, and I will leave a link below to this review. And I will also leave links below to Robin's reviews as soon as they are up. So yeah, let me know if you've read either of these books in the comments below, what you thought of it. Did you agree with my points? Did you disagree with my points? Did you think it was too graphic? What age do you think teenagers should start reading these books? Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you later. Bye.